Yeah, no, good to be home. I was saying to a few people I haven't been home for in Melbourne anyway for 5 years now, so it was pre-COVID. So yeah, good to be here.
Now, you've led the Socceroos at this ground before, and you've obviously been here a few times to watch various sports, but I just saw you walk in there and have a little look up at the board. You're on the big screen there. Welcome home, Ange. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah, Socceroos did the Victory Liverpool game here too, which was pretty massive. So yeah, look, like I said, brilliant to be home, and you know, I earn a decent living, but it's nice when your club flies you home every year. And the last 3 years I've come home with every club I've had, but yeah, good to be back in Melbourne.
Okay, enough of the fluffy small talk. Sum up your season at Spurs.
Look, decent progress, I guess, is and that is important. It's not to be dismissive of it, because the club had a tough year last year, obviously, and it's a massive club. And you know, we obviously went into the season that, you know, trying to change a fair few things in there. Sometimes when you do that, you know, it can be fairly volatile. We've had our ups and downs, but I think, like I said, we've definitely made progress, and yeah, we'll be in good shape for next year.
You play Newcastle here tomorrow night as well. I know you've spoken a bit about your admiration for Eddie Howe, and obviously you had a similar kind of season where injuries just smashed you both at one stage. But I will say, from my perspective, Newcastle do lead 5-4 in aggregate at the moment, so we'll see how this one pans out. But the match-up with these two sides, two pretty aggressive outlooks in playing the game.
Yeah, absolutely. We had two cracking games. At our place, we played really well that day, and then we got absolutely smashed. You know, up in Newcastle. Yeah, look, Eddie's done a great job. It's another massive club, real passionate supporter base. Obviously, you know, it's changed a bit in the last couple of years with the ownership and the kind of footballers they got up there. But yeah, they obviously they were in Champions League this year, which I think made it really difficult for them with the squad they had. But yeah, both games had goals, and I'm sure there'll be goals tomorrow night. I have the worst record in the world in friendly games. I haven't won, I don't think, any here in Australia over the last 3 years. So I want to put that right. So hopefully that starts tomorrow night.
Well, I wish you all the luck, and hope you get smashed, from my perspective anyway. With all due respect to all the good Spurs people here in this room, slightly biased. Just before we let you go, a quick take on, if it's possible for a quick take, but Australian football, and a real positive story is how Central Coast Mariners have done things. And they're on the verge of winning 3 trophies. They won a Continental Championship, the AFC Cup. They won first past the post, Premier's Plate, something you've done in the A-League. And they're trying to win a grand final on home soil. What do you think when you look at a club like Central Coast, without obviously knowing all the ins and outs from your vantage point?
Yeah, no, brilliant. I mean, I you know, obviously still follow the A-League. I think if you walk in the office, you know, most mornings it'll be on in the background. And yeah, I think Central Coast and Wellington this year, I think, have done a fantastic job. You know, it's great to see sort of some of the clubs that have been up there for a while, you know, challenging. And yeah, Central Coast has been a great story, not just, I guess, for their success, but in the manner they've done it. You know, a lot of young players coming through. Nick Montgomery did an outstanding job. You know, just come in and sort of taken over and sort of progressed it even further. So should be a cracking game. You know, Popper's a serial winner as well. You know, so against Victory, so it should be a cracking game. And it was great to see. You know, like I said, I got to watch most of both games, and atmosphere looked great, crowds looked great. So good to see.
And football in general in this country, have you got a take on it at the moment?
How long we got, bud? Yeah.
We could go to a kick-off if you wanted to. I don't know.
No, look, I guess. Look, football in Australia is football in Australia. I don't think too much has changed. I think there's, you know, great endeavour to keep improving the game. There's obviously some challenges here that, to be honest, have always been there and potentially could always be there. But at the same time, I've always felt, you know, it's not the most fertile of ground, but whatever does grow, it's pretty nice, mate. You know, whatever comes through football here and kind of breaks through is is pretty cool because he makes an impact worldwide, and we've seen that with some of the footballers that have graced the world, and we're still getting young guys going over there, and now the girls are just smashing it. So, like I said, sometimes in the most barren of ground, mate, the most beautiful things will grow, and I certainly think that's the case for football.
Well said. Ladies and gentlemen, Ange Postecoglou.